What's going on, you guys? My name is Noel and welcome back to my YouTube channel where I talk about whatever it is that I want to talk about. And we are not going to even acknowledge how late this video is. I'm sorry. If this is your first time here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click that bell notification down below so that you get notified when I upload new videos. So just so you guys know, I have not been consistent on YouTube. I've been struggling being consistent on YouTube, but I want to be. However, I know that Baddies West is coming out on Zeus. It will be coming out on Zeus sometime at some point. And I want to prove to myself that I can be consistent. So I will attempt, if you guys want, to review Baddies West on a weekly basis for the channel, if you guys want me to. So if you want me to do that, put in the comment section down below. Let me know. I'd be happy to do that. And we are back with another installment of my honest opinions on Bad Girls Club. This time, Season 8, because that's what I chose to do. Once again, this is just me talking about a TV show. I'm just talking about what I saw, about the edited version of what I saw. I don't know any of these girls personally. I don't know their personal lives. This was years ago. This show is off the air. Nothing is personal. Nothing is a personal attack, and I would never personally attack any of these women. They have moved on with their lives. So just want to put that out there. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So, Season 8. Season 8 is probably, I guess, among fans considered like the second worst season because it is like number 2. It's like the first of the 2 jumping scenarios, jumping seasons.
We're not gonna have that.
And it's just not cute. And I think Season 8 suffers a lot more because one, Season 7 which came before it, was super awesome. And then Season 9 is considered one of the best seasons of Bad Girls Club, and it came right after Season 8. So Season 8 being stuck between those 2 amazing seasons really made it seem a lot worse than what it actually is. It just shows how weak the season is compared to those really good seasons. Like it just does not hold up. Facts are facts. Facts are facts, America. So Season 8, I wasn't as upset as I did watching it again, just because I knew it was gonna happen. I've been here before. I've seen the jumping. We get it. We know. Season 8 was kind of, how do I put this? I feel like there were a lot of girls on Season 8 who probably would not have made it through a full season on other seasons. I'm gonna say that. Just because it was very clear that they were just like, oh yeah, we're a team, we jump people, it's 5 against 1. Clearly weak individuals that need to stick together. It just, some of them were just not top tier. And I mean, the jumping was bad, but like, Season 11 is way worse when it comes to jumping. And I feel like a lot of the girls who got jumped, at least from what we saw, made it out pretty unscathed with the exception of Elise. Poor Elise. Let's pray for her because she had it rough. I think her and Haley are definitely tied for like worst Bad Girls Club experiences ever. And I mean, the season was just, I will say Season 8 is very funny. They had a lot of good personalities, a lot of good fun moments. They all got together they all got along on some points. But as a whole, I don't hate the season. I just don't super love it. And I don't love a lot of the girls on the season, to be real. A lot of them aren't my faves. I only have like a few faves, and those would probably be Jenna, Camila, Elise for the first half of the season, and Amy. And that's about it. Everybody else is kind of just, I'm kind of indifferent about.
You know what? I don't know.
It's gonna be, when I get to the cast, it's not gonna be like a whole big yada yada yada, oh I hate you. Like, no, it just wasn't giving. They didn't really give everything that I needed them to give. So without further ado, let's talk about the girls. So I'm gonna do the first girls together because they're twins.
I sensed tension and came as fast as I could.
We have Gabby and Danny. So Gabby and Danny were notoriously the villains of the season, the bullies, the 2 girls. They kept jumping Elise over and over. They were just not letting it go. They were continuing the bullying long past everybody else. I get their logic where they were just like, we've jumped this girl, we threw her in the pool, we ruined her stuff, so like we're not gonna be fake and try to be friends with her afterwards, which is, you know, kudos to you. But also, you don't have to be friends with her, but you can stop like harassing her. And it just got to a point where it's just getting too much. I will say, the same way that I said on Season 9 that Julie made Season 9 by being the villain, the twins made Season 8. Season 8 would not have been as explosive without the twins. And their exits, I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence against people, but I will say their exit, them being the villains in the narrative of the season, their exit from the house was very satisfying. And I'm just saying, those producers did not care. Like, when those girls are on the phone crying, like, oh yeah, like, it's literally all of them against us. And it's like, okay, but when it was you against Elise, you didn't care. Clocked her. Gagged her a bit. And they made the season, they really did. I mean, it's clear, like, they got their own special. It's very clear. And they were the first twins on the show, so kudos to them. I will say the one moment I mean, they had a lot of moments that were, like, pretty bad, but I'll say them ruining the brand new mattress that the girls bought Elise was just, like, like, mattresses are not cheap. They're not cheap. I will say Danny and Gabby were entertaining to watch, and they were satisfying to watch because they were villains that got their just dessert. And I appreciated that. As far as the reunion goes, they were pretty much the same in the reunion. I just will say it was really lame that they tried to throw maple syrup on Elise. And I thought it was funny that they dropped it and then slipped on it.
Delete, block, is bye.
Next is Erica. And I know a lot of people don't like Erica. And Erica wasn't my favorite. She wasn't. She was very much the ringleader. She was very much jumping people. And it was very clear that, like, Erica was one of those girls who she did so much that when it came to the reunion, she kind of had to, like, turn a new leaf real quick because she just did so much. Like, for example, when Mimi clocks her about her being in on locking them outside the hotel room when they went on their vacation, and then her being like, oh, it was just a joke, and like, she's one of those girls who did so much stuff during the season that she really had to, like, go on an apology tour, and I've turned over a new leaf. Not saying that she didn't turn over a new leaf, but I'm just saying it's very convenient when you turn over a new leaf right before the reunion when you know all the people that you've done wrong are going to come at you. And I will say Erica's one of those, like, villains and jumping people who, like, really got off scot-free. Like, she really didn't get a redemption arc, but she definitely, like, Julie got her comeuppance, you know? Dream Doll kind of got her comeuppance, you know? A lot of girls usually, like, get their karma at the reunion or some point during the season. And that never really happened to Erica. Like, she really kind of just got off scot-free. And I mean, if we're gonna be honest, I don't think the only person who could really check her was, like, Camila. Like, nobody else was really, well, maybe Amy, but she really got off scot-free. You know, she wasn't my favorite, but I don't hate Erica. It's just like, she was doing a lot. She was doing a lot. I will say her man played her on TV. Like, her boyfriend at the time played her on TV. Like, this dude didn't want to go bowling with her. He wanted to go gamble. This man asked her to drop him off at the airport 8 hours before his flight because he was ready to go. That is embarrassing. Men will embarrass. Next.
What I'm saying, we can bring it on down. Something about you, I have to bring it on down.
Amy was out of pocket. And honestly, I don't fault Tanisha for thinking that Amy wasn't going to make it to the end of the season. I think my first time watching it around, I don't think I saw Amy making it to the end. She was just so drunk, out of control, and ready to fight people and punch people. Like, she punched Mimi in the face. She pushed Mimi. It was a lot. It was a lot. I still don't understand why her and Camila, I mean, I guess alcohol was the play, but, like, fighting over someone not giving you a towel, it's just not, it was just petty. It was petty. It was petty. But I did like Amy. I thought that I definitely think that, like, although Amy wasn't a pushover, because she was so sweet and nice and kind of, like, laid back, at least when she was sober, I think the girls definitely, like, pushed her around a little, trying to, like, kind of, like, pressed her a bit, but she held her own. And I did like Amy. I didn't like that she was, like, going up against Camila. Definitely think she's one of my favorites of the season. Like, I think she was definitely, like, one of those people, like, she was cool.
You ready? I hope you're ready to die about that dick.
So next is Gia. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I definitely think Gia's, like, one of those top tier, like, BGC drinkers, like, does not need alcohol whatsoever. Homegirl was a mess. Like, when she attacked that dude, I got secondhand embarrassment. It was hard to watch her attack the DJ dude that she was talking to. It was crazy. And then she threw up and then she kept drinking. It was so mess. It was a mess. And I'm surprised that he still wanted to talk to her afterwards. That was crazy. Like, Gia, when it comes to, like, drinking and craziness, crazy. Very crazy. And she was ready to, like, throw down. And she fought a fan at the reunion. Well, not a fan. The person was also harassing, was, like, doing a lot. But crazy, crazy, crazy. I definitely think Gia was a bad girl. I'll say out of the main group of jumping people, like the twins and Erica and Gia was probably the most likable for me. I think it's just because Gia didn't care. She was like, I did it, I don't care. I did it. I don't care. Like, whatever it is, what it is, I did it, I don't care. I ain't learned nothing from the Bad Girls Club. And you know what? That kind of confidence and that bold, I don't give a F attitude, I can kind of get behind it. Does it make it right? No. Do I condone it? No. But I respect her for not going on an apology tour afterwards. She was like, I did what I did, and I really don't care. I had a good time, and I do it again. You know? Good for her. Okay, next is Mimi. I'm not gonna say anything negative about Mimi because, as you guys all know, Mimi from Bad Girls Club Season 8 passed away a few years ago. So all I'm gonna say is RIP. Mimi was the peacemaker. She had a lot of good funny moments, and I'm sure she's missed by fans and her family and friends, and you know, much love to her and those who loved her. We're gonna move right on past that one.
You ate that.
Okay, so next is Jenna, the first girl to leave, and I like Jenna, and I will say, unlike the other self-proclaimed classy bad girls, Jenna was not annoying. Jenna was not Tasha. And I mean, yes, Jenna was like, she was classy and she had a super serious job, but like, she liked to have fun, she liked to get drunk, she liked to party, she liked to have a good time. And I enjoyed Jenna, and I thought they were like really tripping on Jenna just because like I think because Jenna was just so outspoken, like they just didn't want someone like that. And I will say Jenna was tripping when she brought those guys over to the house and it was like 2, 3 a.m. and they're like breaking stuff and being loud and falling all over the place. Jenna was tripping. She was tripping. And for her to turn on Amy in that moment, no girl, no girl, no girl. Like she turned over against the whole house over 2 dudes that she like had just met, was just hanging out with. Like, no. I think that right there sealed her fate. And nobody was trying to hear her apologies. But they definitely had like a shorter tolerance for Jenna than they did with the twins. Like the twins were like yelling and shouting and screaming and I'm gonna mess this up, I'm gonna mess this up. However, I will say to that defense, I think they knew that the twins were like all talk. Like the twins really were like, when we get home, it's on and popping. And they got home and nothing happened to Elise. But Jenna was good. I enjoyed Jenna. I wish Jenna would have stayed longer. I wish she wouldn't have left, but I also understand, like, listen, I will never, except for girls who like leave Bad Girls Club like after a day or like 12 hours, because like you could have stayed home. I would never blame a bad girl for leaving, especially if like you're in a jumping situation. Like it was gonna be like that every single day. Security was not on it. I mean, they were on it when they want to be on it. Bad Girls Club security, they be doing what they want to do when they want to do it. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed Jenna, and Jenna was fun. She stood her ground, and she went up against like the main mean girl clique of the house, so I appreciated Jenna. I thought Jenna was great. And I thought that I think she definitely ate up Eric and all of them at the reunion, ate them up real quick. She was like, your mom should swallow that load. I don't want to hear it.
Oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato, I'm throwing tomatoes.
I'm gonna move past this next one very quickly. It's Christine, who came with Camila. She shouldn't have came. She stayed for like a few days. I mean, she did best. She stayed longer than Tess, but it's just like, girl should have stayed. It was messed up that they jumped her. They should not have jumped her. Like the girl was already going home, like pulling her hair, throwing things at her, punching her, messing up her clothes. It was very unnecessary. And I will say that was probably the one moment I was like, come on, Camila. And I mean, Camila owned it. She was like, I switched up on her. I don't care. I was your big sister, but I don't care anymore. But it's like, yeah, she took the spot for somebody else, but you don't have to beat up on somebody. Like, common sense is not common. It was messed up. It was messed up. But she shouldn't have came. She was definitely like one of the worst replacements in Bad Girls Club history. And see all of this. Mama, are you okay? But next is Elise. And I loved Elise the first half of the season before she started jumping other people, with the exception of the twins. The twins jumped her several times, so I didn't care that she joined in on jumping them. Like, plus, I mean, she had fought them one-on-one, well, one-on-two several times, so I'm like, get your lick back, girl. I will say Elise does, the twins were spot on when they said like Elise talks as if she's reading off of a script. Like, she definitely had like a very childlike voice. Like, it was definitely given like elementary school, like ditzy and soft. It was a little annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But I did like Elise the first half of the season. I thought it was really stupid when she went against Camila and started jumping Camila. And to this day, I still don't understand why the girls didn't like Camila. Like, there was never a clear reason. The only thing that I could think of is either something that happened off camera, or it's because she switched up on Christine so quickly. That's the only thing I can think of why they would not like Camila. I can't think of any other reasons why they would dislike Camila as much as they did. And they really didn't give a clear reason. It's just like, Camila's always around. Camila always wants to go out with us. Camila always wants to like hang out with us and see what we're doing. And it's like, she's a part of the house. She wants to hang out with you guys. So I find it very weird that like they turned up against her. I definitely don't understand why she befriended them. Although I do get it, like she's gonna be in this house with these girls for like 3 months, 2 months. So like walking around and not talking to anybody is gonna make that very hard. But she became like super close friends with them and they started jumping other people with them. So it was just like really lame. I will say at the reunion I felt bad because I'm just like, Camila just kept running up on Elise. But there were several girls that like Camila got into it with, and I'm just like, Camila, you know Elise can't fight. You know she's not a fighter. Why do you keep pouncing on her every 5 seconds at the reunion? Like I think Camila like ran up on her like 4 or 5 times. And then the fact that we know that Camila fights her even after the show on All-Star Battle, it was just too much for me, and I felt bad for Elise. Like Elise, she definitely got the karma. Although I definitely think that karma could have been split between her and Eric.
Thank you.
And you're gonna always get it again and again and again, because these bitches can't.
And then last but not least, we have the star of the season. We have Camila. Camila was the best part of the season. She saved the second half. Like the first half of the season, well, even and the fact that like Camila is so memorable, she was only on there for like 2 or 3 episodes. Like she wasn't there for a super long time. And she made her mark very quickly. Once the twins left, Camila definitely carried the torch of the rest of the season because I think without her, it would have been a snooze. Camila really did that. And she was lit. She was awesome. I don't agree with her jumping Christine. That was really whack. It was crazy. The whole thing with her mom being on the phone while she's like having all these altercations is hilarious. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy to me. It's very clear as to why Camila is a fan favorite. And I definitely think, like I said, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but Camila was their karma. All that they had pushed out all these other girls, and yes, Camila left, but like she left because the producers removed her. The girls did not run her out the house. Like Camila was the perfect amount of karma. Like I love the same way that Jamie and Jazz were the karma for the sisters on season 15. Camila was the karma for the originals on season 8. So overall, season 8 is a pretty decent season. I definitely think the reunion is cool. I definitely found myself like tuning out at certain points. And the jumping was bad. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as season 11. Like season 11 is just a whole different level, whole different other level. But it's a pretty mid season for me. It's a pretty mid season for me. Very, very mid, very mid, very akin to like season 16. Like very, Is it a season that I would recommend to somebody watching for the first time? No. Not at all. So with that being said, that's it in this video. My name is Cameron Noel. Thank you once again for watching and tuning in. I appreciate you, love you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Boy toy named Troy used to live in Detroit. Big dope dealing money, he was getting some coins. Wasn't shootouts with the law, but he lived in